Well, welcome back, Bob the Vapor Computer Guy. Today we're taking a look at a new mod sent to me by Cthulhu for the purposes of this review, the Azathoth RDA. She's vaping nice. I got some of this yummy gum by Naked in there, and enjoying the vape on it quite a bit. Let's dive down to the table, show it to you up close, then we'll come back up and I'll tell you what I really think about it. Alright, so today we're taking a look at the Cthulhu Azathoth. And I already have it on a mod here, but it comes in this nice little packaging. Only markings on it are this little sticker or button on there. Alright, shows you the color that you got. Nice little jewelry box container there. Very nice packaging. It comes with, this is actually a flathead screwdriver. Alright, on here. You got a squonking pin. You got some grub screws. You got a 510 adapter because it is drip tip compatible. And you have some extra O-rings in there. It's like a little device itself. So, I'm going to tighten this down and show you how it looks closed up. It would help if I put it that way for you. As you can see, you've got bottom airflow. Alright. Dual airflow on both sides, or if you want to do a single coil build, you can end up using single airflow. You have a goon drip tip compatible. This is what it comes with. I just washed this out, so it might be a little wet. Pop that top cap off. We'll show you underneath first. I have a couple of coils in there already. And you can see the deck type on here. Nice deep juice well on here. Airflow under the coils here for the bottom airflow. Two nice O-rings. Here's the bottom of the device. Pretty good protruding 510 positive pin. Right. These I wish these were Phillips, but they're flathead and they are working perfectly. They've been nice and tight. I've had no problems with them. Right. You got plenty of room. You can fit any kind of coils you want in there, as you can see. That's pretty large holes there, and it tightens down really well. All right. Top cap. Looks pretty standard. Now, one thing you might think is you put this on, and you get your dual airflow. All right. Actually, look at that. I just crushed that O-ring. All right, so let's put the top cap on here. As you can see, you have dual holes here for airflow, and you also have a single. Let's put the dual airflow lined up. All right, nice fit. Now, it looks like it separates here, and it does, but it is not a pull-off. This unscrews. And as you unscrew it, you will be opening up the side airflow. Alright, you can see that. We'll take it completely off so you can see. Again, I just washed it, so a little bit wet. But there is side airflow as well. As you can see, I have it lined up with the coils, and you can see the coil in there. So you have the option of having just bottom airflow or bottom and side airflow combination if you want. Alright, you cannot, the only thing I wish you could do is have one or the other. You can't do that, and it's just the way it had to be made. Let me dry this off a bit. The way they had to make this, it was either going to be one or the other. Either you were going to get that bottom airflow, and then these Cylon slots would have had to be offset. They would have had to be on the opposite side. And if they were, then you could have turned, let's show what I mean, you could have turned the whole device and chose between the two airflows. So if this was on the side here, you could pop it off, and if your airflow was on a different spot, you could then lower it down on the same side as the coil, and these slots would be closed off because they'd be on the opposite sides. So they had to make a decision, I guess. They had to decide, should we give you one or the other, top airflow and bottom airflow, or should we give you bottom airflow with the option to add additional side airflow, and that's what they went with. So that was their decision. I like the side airflow myself. I feel there's less chance for leaking and everything, but it's, you know, it is what it is. Nothing wrong with it either way. It's just the choice of giving you the option to have bottom airflow. I do like closing that off most of the way, and then opening up a little bit of the side airflow. And I just feel you're getting air coming from the bottom, you're getting air sideways right onto your coil, and you get a lot, you get like a combination of air that way, and it seems to work good. If I don't, I just end up closing off the side airflow completely, opening this up more, and using it with bottom airflow completely. All right, pretty simple design. It's just a simple matte black on here. All right, with your 510 or your 810 goon compatible drip tips on top. All right. Like I said, this is if you want to do a single coil, you can do a single coil build on one side, and then turn this so that your single airflow slot here, there's none on this side, would line up to the hole, and then you would end up having no airflow from the other side, so you can do single coil builds on there. All right. Other than that, it's built really nice. The screws are good. I haven't had any problems with threading with threads. I haven't had any problems with it loosening. It's been holding the coils nice and tight. It's been working well. Everything about it seems to be made good. The construction is nice on there, and very happy with it. Those coils are glowing good. So let's wick this up, vape on it a little more, and go back up on top and talk about it. Alright, so now you see it up close. I'm vaping it here on the Smoke G150. I think it looks pretty good on there. The build I got in there is a 0.166 ohms. I'm vaping it at 90 watts. And like I said, I got some of that Gum by Naked in here, and it's really nice. Give you some specs on it. You got bottom and side airflow systems. Probably the smoothest airflow RDA, as they say on the Cthulhu website. It's an 8mm deep juice well. It's squonk friendly, comes with the bottom feed pin, gold-plated decks and posts, 810 Goon Kennedy drip tip compatible, sports dual and single coils, comes with the 510 drip tip adapter, was co-designed by Pete Haddock. It's 24mm and 26.5mm height without the drip tip. All right, it's made of 304 food grade stainless steel, or grade steel, I should say. Everything about it's nice. The only thing I wish was different, and again, not a con, but different, is you have the choice of either having just bottom airflow, or you can open up that side airflow and have a combination of side and top. I've tried it a lot of different ways so far. I just been vaping it pretty standard with the bottom. If I cut that bottom off, let's see, about halfway, get a nice vape. Now, if you decide you want to open up that side airflow, if you close off the bottom completely, you can still vape it, but the air is not going to be hitting it directly. If you leave it where you got half the bottom and a little bit of the side, then you got a nice combination going there. It's a really nice vape. You do get, it is a very smooth airflow when you're getting bottom air and side air. Think about your coil being here, and you're getting air coming up like this, and air coming side at the same direction. You're getting air, clean air from two different directions, bringing that up through the drip tip to your mouth. And it definitely is smooth. As for what gives you the best flavor, that you just have to try yourself. But you got the options. You got the options of going with the bottom only, or for simplicity, or going with side airflow as well. I do like a lot that because of where the airflow is and the coils, and because of the type of deck, it's open in the middle. All right. So when you drip down, you don't have to pop this off the drip. You can drip straight down. You're going right onto those two center screws in there and dripping right down into the juice well. And I've had zero leaking, dripping in this thing. I mean, I'm taking a whole dripper here, and just drip, and no problems leaking. It does not go through into the airflow holes at all. I haven't had a single time where that's gone in, putting in a nice amount of juice in there. So with those side airflow open, really smooth. Close it off, get a little more flavor. No, I don't even know it's more flavor. It's preference. You're really going to have to try it. Of course, the airflow is not as smooth, but the flavor, I don't know if I notice much of a difference. I've been trying it back and forth both ways, and I'm not seeing a difference, except for the smoother airflow when you open up that side. It's a really nice vape. I like that it's Goon drip tip compatible. As for the design, it is pretty simple, nothing fancy, simple, smooth, black.
You can easily pop the whole thing off for filling, for changing your deck, your cotton, whatever else, or drip through the top. Because you're not using a 510 on there. If you're not using the adapter, you got plenty of room to drip your juice through the top there. And she's just vaping great. I'm going to take one more vape, and then I'm out of here. That's it for today on this. Thanks a lot.